Yo, what up guys, Shake and Bake back, and today we've actually got some interesting news slash speculation on my call. It's not really news, it's just something that piqued my interest this morning when I was scrolling through my mentions, and I'm going to show it on screen real quick here. This is a tweet back from the senior game producer, Mike Wang, and as you see right on the screen, it says, "When will there be a new engine?" And that's someone tweeting him about 2K, and his response is what piqued my interest. Can't talk about that just yet. And you may be thinking, well, I mean, he's just saying what he's supposed to say. I mean, obviously, he can't talk about that yet. I mean, they can't talk about anything next gen. But wait a second. If he can't talk about next gen, and he's saying this, maybe is there a correlation there? That's what I'm thinking, like, because they're not supposed to be talking about next gen, and this guy suggested a new engine. Maybe there'll be a new engine on the next gen? Put two and two together? I don't know. But this piqued my interest, and I did want to clarify some things and kind of explain a few things, because this is a very general misconception of the term engine for video games, and I was doing some research this morning. I really tried to do my research on this, so be sure to give this video a like, and I hope this teaches you maybe a little bit of something, and hopefully it can educate everyone a little bit more. Just a little teeny fact. But for games like sports games, like Madden, 2K, there is not just one engine. There's multiple engines. It's not like Call of Duty where they got one engine, they can just upgrade it every year, change it, and it's not like that at all. There's engines for shooting, I'm sure. There's engines for defense, the way the AI plays. There's multiple pieces that go into this, and there's different engines and different types. So now, what I'm thinking is they're gonna add in a couple new ones maybe. They're gonna add in some different ones that maybe weren't in. I mean, we've never really seen a true physics engine. Maybe that is what we're going to be seeing coming into the next-gen console version of NBA 2K14. I feel like they're hiding something, and I feel like this could be it. This does kind of make sense, because, you know, they have not revealed nothing, nada, on next-gen. So I wanted to speculate on this, because this really caught my mind, and I've got a good feeling about this. I really do, but I wanted to clarify that a little bit, because people, they always, every year it seems like people are like, where's the new engine? When are we going to get a new engine? It's not just a new engine. You don't just, it's not like a car. You don't just swap out an engine, throw in a new one, it's good to go. Like, it's very, very complicated, and I'm almost sure of this. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm very, very, very sure that it's not just one engine for this game, for at least sports games. I know for Madden, it's definitely multiple engines, and I'm pretty sure for 2K, it is a very similar way. It's not just one Infinity engine or something like that. It's very different. There's multiple engines. Engines for dribbling, shooting, passing, defense. There's different things. There's multiple engines. It's not just like one engine for the game. So I wanted to get that misconception out of the way before we started. And what do you guys think about this? Do you think that maybe could be what they're hiding? And this is something that this poses a lot of questions. If they were to add some type of a new engine, whether it be a physics engine, as I said, maybe another different aspect to the game of making it better, so defense-wise is much more a factor, because as you guys know, defense is really not a factor, it seems like, in 2K. It's pretty much, you find this best, you know, system that's kind of cheesy, and you kind of abuse it, it seems like. People find the 1-3-1, they abuse it, they find what kind of defensive scheme works, and then they kind of just, they do these weird things, and that's the only, like, form of defense, and it's really, really cheesy. It's absolutely the most extreme form. When you're running around with, like, 4 guys double-teaming people and stuff, that's not defense, that's just abusing exploits in the game. So maybe it could be some type of new defensive engine that completely revolutionizes the game. I know one thing that they've been talking a lot about is the new ratings, and apparently defense takes a lot more into them this year, and some people were a little frustrated about that on Twitter. But I'll be talking about the ratings in another video coming very soon, but I feel like that could be it. Maybe some type of a defensive engine or something, but I had to get this out there. I wanted to get my opinion out there, as I like to do. I like to at least throw an idea out there and see if people, what do you think of this? Like, I don't know, that's just me. That's how I like to do things. If I'm wrong, I'm rock. If I'm wrong, I'm rock. That wasn't what I was trying to say, was it? No. If I'm wrong, you know, it is what it is. But I'd rather at least take a shot in the dark. And this tweet, I don't know. I just can't get it out of my head. It is something about it that just says this might be important down the road. And I know he said exactly what he's supposed to say. We can't talk about it at this time, but for some reason that makes me think maybe there could be some type of a new engine or a part of a new engine in this next 2K game. Because if not, he might have just said, like, we're not going to be bringing a new engine to NBA 2K right now. We're not working on that at the moment. Or maybe in the future we'll look into this. But because he said we can't talk about that just yet, I feel there's something under the surface that we're not touching here. So that's just my thought. Maybe I'm reading into the tweet too much, you know. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if I am. But hey, that's just my thought. And I do have another video coming up a little later today, actually. I'm going to put this probably out today, where we're going to be talking about another tweet that I saw that actually made me feel a lot better, and it gave me a little bit more confidence than I had probably on Friday about NBA 2K14. So hopefully things are looking up right now. That's what I can hope. We should be getting a My Team video tomorrow, I think. I'm thinking it's going to be Monday or Tuesday. I'm not really sure. I'm going to try and double check with that and see when we're going to be getting that. You guys know I'm going to be breaking down that video to the bare tooth. I am going to be ripping that thing to pieces, finding out every little piece of info for NBA 2K14, even if, unless this thing is really in-depth, I'm going to be, it doesn't matter how long it is, I'm going to be ripping it apart and making the best breakdown I can. So, I just want to let you guys know that, and let the speculation, I guess, begin for next gen, as there's not really much to speculate once we find out what My Team mode is for 2K14 at least. There's not much to speculate for 2K14 current gen as it is. I mean, we've found out a lot of info. We already know about Cruz. That's not speculating anymore. I mean, my career we haven't heard much on, but we assume it's pretty similar. It seems like it's very similar every year or two. I mean, every once in a while they do change it up a little bit, but there haven't been major changes to it, like game-changing, I guess we'll say. But that's all I got to say really for today. This game ends pretty much right now. They end up rage quitting, and yeah. This was an online game. I think it was a team-up game with LD2K, D-Man, and a couple of other bros, but it was a pretty fun game using the Bobcats. They're a team I really liked in 2K14. When I got to use them, I was actually pretty hyped, and I actually enjoyed it because they got some good additions. But what do you guys think about this possible new engine, maybe? Or am I putting too much stock into this tweet? Am I reading it wrong? I'm taking a shot in the dark here. You know, I'm just trying to see if maybe that's what they're hiding, because they're hiding something for next gen. You know it, and I know it. They haven't said nothing about it, and it's only 2 months away, so they gotta say something soon. So let me know what you thought down below. Peace out, guys.